Forgiveness is the fragrance that the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it. Do something every day that you don't want to do. This is the golden rule for acquiring the habit of doing your duty without pain. If you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you read the newspaper, you're misinformed. By land, they're not making it anymore. Thunder is good, thunder is impressive, but it is lightning that does the work. The trouble is not in dying for a friend, but in finding a friend worth dying for. Giving up smoking is the easiest thing in the world. I know because I've done it thousands of times. Everyone is a moon, and has a dark side which he never shows to anybody. Nothing so needs reforming as other people's habits. A clear conscience is the sure sign of a bad memory. Some people scorn a cat and think it not an essential, but the Clemens tribe are not of these. It's good sportsmanship to not pick up lost golf balls while they are still rolling. You can't rely on your eyes when your imagination is out of focus. If you have nothing to say, say nothing. It is better to deserve honors and not have them than to have them and not deserve them. The right word may be effective, but no word was ever as effective as a rightly timed pause. It is better to be alone than in bad company. The funniest things are the forbidden. A full belly is little worth where the mind is starved. A man's character may be learned from the adjectives which he habitually uses in conversation. When a humorist ventures upon the grave concerns of life, he must do his job better than another man, or he works harm to his cause. Man was made at the end of the week's work when God was tired. No real gentleman will tell the naked truth in the presence of ladies. To be great, truly great, you have to be the kind of person who makes the others around you great. You can't pray a lie, I found that out. A round man cannot be expected to fit in a square hole right away. He must have time to modify his shape. A half-truth is the most cowardly of lies. Always acknowledge a fault. This will throw those in authority off their guard and give you an opportunity to commit more. All generalizations are false, including this one. Wit is the sudden marriage of ideas which, before their union, were not perceived to have any relation. Never pick a fight with people who buy ink by the barrel. Education consists mainly of what we have unlearned. When we remember we are all mad, the mysteries disappear and life stands explained. Let us be thankful for the fools. But for them, the rest of us could not succeed. The most interesting information comes from children, for they tell all they know and then stop. It usually takes me more than 3 weeks to prepare a good impromptu speech. Denial ain't just a river in Egypt. It's easier to stay out than get out. There is no distinctly American criminal class except Congress. Truth is the most valuable thing we have. Let us economize it. The older I get, the more clearly I remember things that never happened. The best cure for Christianity is reading the Bible. The very ink with which all history is written is merely fluid prejudice. There is a charm about the forbidden that makes it unspeakably desirable. The lack of money is the root of all evil. There are people who can do all fine and heroic things but one, keep from telling their happiness to the unhappy. Few things are harder to put up with than the annoyance of a good example. The man who does not read good books has no advantage over the men who can't read them. When a man loves cats, I am his friend and comrade, without further introduction. It's not what you don't know that kills you, it's what you know for sure that ain't true. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Kindness is the language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. The best way to cheer yourself up is to try to cheer somebody else up. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience, this is the ideal life. A lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is putting on its shoes. Don't go around saying the world owes you a living. The world owes you nothing. It was here first. Age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. The man who does not read has no advantage over the men who cannot read. Get your facts first, then you can distort them as you please. To succeed in life, you need two things: ignorance and confidence. 20 years from now you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. Clothes make the men. Naked people have little or no influence on society. You can't depend on your eyes when your imagination is out of focus. It's better to keep your mouth shut and appear stupid than open it and remove all doubt. Truth is stranger than fiction, but it is because fiction is obliged to stick to possibilities, truth isn't. The reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated. Wrinkles should merely indicate where smiles have been. I have never let my schooling interfere with my education. A person who won't read has no advantage over one who can't read. The human race has only one really effective weapon, and that is laughter. We have the best government that money can buy. The lack of money is the root of all evil. When in doubt, tell the truth. Action speaks louder than words, but not nearly as often. Do the right thing. It will gratify some people and astonish the rest. The difference between the right word and the almost right word is the difference between lightning and a lightning bug. There are lies, damned lies, and statistics. Patriotism is supporting your country all the time, and your government when it deserves it. I can live for 2 months on a good compliment. Never put off till tomorrow what may be done day after tomorrow just as well. The best way to keep your word is not to give it. All you need in this life is ignorance and confidence, and then success is sure. Against the assault of laughter, nothing can stand. Let us endeavor so to live that when we come to die even the undertaker will be sorry. It's easier to fool people than to convince them that they have been fooled. When angry, count 4, when very angry, swear. History doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. The man who is a pessimist before 48 knows too much. If he is an optimist after it, he knows too little. In the first place, God made idiots. That was for practice. Then he made school boards. Never allow someone to be your priority while allowing yourself to be their option. Never argue with a fool, onlookers may not be able to tell the difference. Never let the truth get in the way of a good story. Out of all the things I have lost, I miss my mind the most. There is no sadder thing than a young pessimist, except an old optimist. Of all the animals, man is the only one that is cruel. He is the only one that inflicts pain for the pleasure of doing it.